Hello, hello. It is Young God the Pimp. You are now listening to Pimp Talk the Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and much more. We are sponsored by Stupid Little Bitch Apparel, Fifth Dimension Battle League, the Block Boys. That's Mr. Ice Water and Dope Figure. And we go from there. Now let me invite some people. Let me get my invites in real quick, you guys, before I just, really go into, because this is one of those ones. Like this ain't no bullshit topic. And it's really a quick answer, and it's gonna fuck a lot of people up, the answer, because it really don't have as much to do with the guy as you think. It really has almost nothing to do with the guy. The difference between applying pressure and being thirsty. You see what I'm saying? There's almost no difference at all. You just gotta turn your volume down. Hey, what's up with you? What's up with you? It is Young God the Pimp. Y'all are on Pimp Talk the Podcast. This is one of them topics. Because this is one of the biggest, not only one of the biggest misconceptions, this is one of the biggest questions. This is one of the toughest to answer things in the dating community, especially when it comes to niggas. Because you'll hear one day that women just want a dude that applies pressure. And then the next day, you'll hear all of these niggas is thirsty in my inbox. Now, there is a way to be thirsty as fuck that has nothing to do with applying pressure. But there is a way where women can be quote unquote traumatized into thinking that every nigga that's trying to shoot, even if it's regular, even if they just applying pressure or just trying to regular date you and be cordial and just court you properly, they will see it as thirsty because literally the sheer amounts of niggas that's doing it. That's where the difficulty comes in. For some women, it's just the sheer amount of niggas. The sheer amount of suitors that they have, of people that's trying to court, that's trying to be a part. Let me continue to add some people. Because that's really where it's thrown off for a lot of women. Because, I mean, how many niggas can apply pressure? You see what I'm saying? It could be 10, 15 niggas. That's where it comes separating yourself. You see what I'm saying? And that's hard.
What kind of meat?
That's hard. Everything. That's hard. You see what I'm saying? So I really want people to come in here and try to answer that question for me. You see what I'm saying? Help me figure out, what do you feel as though is the difference between being thirsty and applying pressure? And I'm talking about at the very beginning. I'm talking about at the very beginning. Because let me tell y'all something that's extremely difficult for women to deal with. Okay. Okay, this is my thing. How can you tell when a nigga is applying pressure if 30 niggas is shooting at you? How do you separate them? And especially if they're all being nice. You see what I'm saying? If they're all coming at you respectfully. I'm not talking about thirsty. I'm not talking about, there's levels to thirsty, obviously. We know it's niggas right now that's in bitches' inboxes, hey, 500 times. You see what I'm saying? And the bitch ain't never respond once. That's thirsty. It's niggas giving dick pics out in 10 minutes and shit and conversation and all that other stupid shit. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? It's just the nigga just trying to shoot normally. He's just trying to put it out there that he trying to fuck with you. But the issue is, you got 10 niggas trying to do that right now. You got 15 niggas trying to do that right now. That's why it be so hard for women to separate when a nigga just bullshitting and when a nigga's serious. And it doesn't make it any better that when they finally do decide to pick a nigga, the nigga fuck around and be trash. So it's like, damn. He said some of the same shit that you saying right now. Now, you might just actually like me, think I'm cool, and want to fuck with me. But how am I supposed to trust that when the last 3 niggas that said some of the similar shit that you said was bullshit? Now, see, that's your fault, though, ladies. You have to understand what a lie is. You have to understand what bullshit is. Because in that sense, you will put yourself in better situations. Because the only way for you to get yourself heartbroken, which we already talked about this, you don't get your heart broken. The only way that you let a person in your heart and then they leave it. Let's be real, okay? It's a lot of motherfuckers right now that's putting y'all in situations where you think that you just got the juice and the sauce and shit like that, and it's not really that, okay? I be telling women this all the time. You are not no special than no other bitch in the sense of all of these women, all of these bitches, all of these hoes got motherfuckers shooting in their inbox every single day. It does not make you any more special than the next woman, and it does not make it like you just got some type of super sauce. Niggas just shoot. Niggas just shoot. Okay, so don't act like you're just the super baddest bitch in the world just because you done got 4-5 inboxes today because you posted a picture with your ass bent over. You bent over right now. This is something that I like, and it might want to be something that I want to be involved with, so I'm going to shoot. That does not make you any better than nobody else, or it doesn't mean that you just got something super special. Okay? You literally presented something that you knew people would like to see, and then people reacted to it, and you acting like it's something special? No. It's a lot of super conservative women right now that if they showed their ass every day on social media, they would get the same attention y'all would. So let's not pretend like you got something special that somebody else don't. Now back to what I'm saying when it comes to shooting and applying pressure. One thing I can say, applying pressure does come with a purpose. Okay, whereas you just being thirsty just comes with you just seeing something. You know what I mean? Being thirsty, you can do both. You can be thirsty for the bitch, go in her inbox or call her or talk to her and apply pressure on her. You can do both. So don't think that one is mutually exclusive from the other. You can be doing both at the same time. You can see her, be thirsty, then apply pressure. You see what I'm saying? That's how that goes. But at the same time, matter of fact, niggas that's in relationships that's watching this, where you may or may not have been thirsty over the girl you're dating right now, right? Maybe. Potentially, you might have saw Bae when you seen her initially. It was like, ooh, I definitely want to fuck with her. Because you don't just meet people for the first time or get that first initial attraction to somebody and you already know that you're going to be with them for the rest of your life. No, a lot of times it's just, okay, I'm now at a point where I see them as physically attractive more than I may have saw them as that prior. I may actually want to act on the attraction instead of just mentioning it. But a lot of niggas just go in situations, and I touched on this when I did my do's and don'ts of the DMs. You have to highlight these bitches with a purpose. Okay, so when you go in there, what do you want? Do you want some box? Do you want a date? Do you want to get to know her? You gotta go in there with a purpose. And again, she does not have to fuck with you. Okay, but just because a nigga shoots his shot and you say no, that don't make him thirsty. What will make him thirsty is if he shoot his shot, you say no, and then he goes out of his way to not take no for an answer. That's when you go into thirsty. It's a lot of bitches that got the misconception fucked up, okay? It is not thirsty if he just come in your inbox and shoot. He may shoot wrong, but just because he come in your inbox and shoots, and you tell him no and he takes no for an answer, that is not him being thirsty. That is him shooting his shot and you getting the fuck up out of there. Okay, thirst comes with the not taking no for an answer, the persistence, the not taking, getting ignored for an answer. That is thirst. Let's go to the comments. This is something long. All right. Oh my goodness, I really wish I could say your name. Just know Yanni Temple. Some thirst is stalkish. Applying pressure is welcomed effort. I feel once effort has been declined from a romantic angle of engagement, one should respect her wishes. Yes, fall into platonic position or try again respectfully. I don't know about try again. I also feel like there's a spectrum here. At some level, thirst is okay. Well, I mean, yeah, you want to... I mean, women want dudes to be thirsty over them. Like, they like that. They like to feel attractive. They like to feel wanted by guys. So I completely understand that. Like, if we're just going to talk initially, the only difference between quote unquote, shit could go from thirst to applying pressure if she like you immediately. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's thirst if she don't like you. In her mind, it's applying pressure if she do like you. Those same good morning texts, those same hays, those same can I come see yous, those same can we go do somethings, those is thirst when she don't fuck with you. Those is applying pressure when she does fuck with you. Because if she like you, you keep saying you want to see her, you keep complimenting her, you keep trying to take her somewhere, you keep, you know what I mean? All of that is applying pressure when she fuck with you. When she don't fuck with you and she has expressed to you, and I've seen these women do this, they have expressed to you niggas that they don't fuck with you, and then you still like, okay, well maybe if I throw some money at the bitch, she'll fuck with me. Maybe if I ask her on a date, she'll fuck with me. Maybe if I call her, text her every day, she'll fuck with me. Maybe if I, you know what I mean? Like that is thirst. That means you just cannot see yourself without the bitch, even though she don't fuck with you. That's thirst. That if y'all want thirst is a definition. Thirst is defined as not taking no for an answer for romantic advances. Okay? Not taking no for an answer of romantic advances. That's thirst. Okay? Applying pressure is separating yourself from the other guys or the other women that the person that you want to fuck with is dating. That's what applying pressure is. Applying pressure is you trying to separate yourself from the other people that they like. Okay, so if you know that she like two niggas, you gotta apply pressure to be the only nigga that she fuck with. Or you gotta apply pressure to be the only nigga that he fuck with. You see what I'm saying? Or the only chick that he fuck with, right? That's exactly what it is. Women don't think irrationally. Women don't realize how big their egos are. And that's okay. It's okay. But it's one thing that I've noticed is a woman's ego is accepted, whereas a man's ego is shunned. And I'm not talking about in like the business, and I'm not talking about with white people. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about in 2020, modern day, in our generation. I can't talk about old motherfuckers. I'm talking about in our generation, okay, a man's ego is considered a bad thing, whereas a woman's ego is considered okay. If she's super confident and cocky and putting that work in, nobody gives a fuck. A nigga super cocky and confident, they be wanting him to calm the fuck down. They be wanting him to calm the fuck down. I agree, First Lady. I agree, First Lady. It's a lot of niggas that don't know how to handle confidence. Like, you may have the merit to be as confident as you want to, fellas. You may have the merit to be as cocky as you want to, but you got to understand the difference between cockiness and confidence. And ego isn't a bad thing. I'm just saying that women don't understand their ego. If they understood their ego, they would be able to handle their ego a little bit differently. Women with some extra ego is a confidence boost for other women as well. I agree. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. What I am saying is that because men have been in their egos for longer, in their space where they can be confident and do what they want to for longer, they know how to handle ego a little bit differently. Men have such dick measuring context, so the ego. Well, see, that's the thing. And it's kind of weird to say that. Because men, you're right. Men do have pissing contests. They do have dick measuring contests. You know what women have? Blood fights to the death. That's the difference. Men's egos will just try to be better than the next man. Women's egos will try to bring another woman down. And unfortunately, this is why men get along easier than women do. Because a man can accept defeat. That's why I know a lot of women that don't know how to accept being rejected. They've never been rejected, so they wouldn't even know what to say if a nigga told them no right now. Whereas niggas have been getting told no since they was 2 years old. This is why, well, it's a lot of little girls out here. It's less grown women and more little girls out here in this particular day and age. Because it is a very common thing to be known that, I'm not going to say women then, I'm going to say females are envious of each other and fight to the death with each other. Women are women's worst enemy because they're better than us. Y'all are better than us. Y'all are smarter than us. And if y'all do things together, y'all are more organized than us. But that's the thing. Y'all don't ever do things together because women fight more than men do. Because the moment that women organize even half as much as a man would, then a man wouldn't be able to control shit. Y'all already know more than us. Y'all are statistically smarter. So all y'all have to do is organize. But that's why we don't worry, because women will never organize. Women are the most competitive. Women are the most envious. Women are the most jealous. Women are the most ready to tear the next person down, unfortunately. And can that change? Yes. Do I hope it change? Yes. But as of right now, it hasn't changed. As of right now, it hasn't changed. And it's a lot of women that's like, I know women that don't think like that, but you and I both know, First Lady, that it is a thing. Now back to not back to the original topic, okay? This is another issue that I would like to address. Ladies, you do understand that if you like a man, y'all have to apply pressure as well, correct? You can't just put yourself in a situation where the only thing that's happening is he's courting you. Because if you're the only prize in y'all's relationship, then you're dating the wrong guy. If you're the only catch in the relationship, then you're dating the wrong guy. If you're the only special one in the relationship, you're dating the wrong guy. Because if you were dating the right person, wouldn't you like him just as much as he likes you? Niggas are not consistent enough for that. There's a lot of niggas that's married. There's a lot of niggas that's married. A whole lot. Matter of fact, one of my homegirls just got married yesterday. Unfortunately, it just so happens to be the niggas that want to fuck with you that aren't consistent. And we can fix that if we work on figuring out what is the issue that comes with what you're attracting. Because it's not you, it's just what you're attracting. Because if you're attracting inconsistency, then maybe something that you're exuding brings forth niggas to be inconsistent. That has nothing to do with you. It just may have something to do with the vibe or the ambiance that you're giving off. Now with that, ladies, pressure has to be applied. Just like you want a nigga to apply pressure to you, pressure has to be applied. Okay? Listen, the way that you keep a nigga is making him feel like every time that you see him, he fuck with you. I mean, you fucking with him just as much as he fucking with you. If he walking past you and it's like, damn, babe, you fine. Every once in a while, if you fucking with the right nigga, you should be walking past him like, damn, babe, you looking good today. If your girl ain't said you look good in the last 2 days, if she only say you look good when you go out and you dress nice, then you looking weird. So I just got to cut everybody off and start. Yes. There is 356 million people in America, and you so happen to be a famous battle rapper that gets to travel across the country, the fact that you are even dealing with an ain't shit nigga right now is your fault, and you need to fix it today. You ain't fixing it tomorrow. You ain't fixing it the next day. You're fixing it today. Are you listening to me? Because if you listening to me, then them niggas already getting cut off. Then that mean you finna hop off this live, delete their numbers, then hop back on this live and come back to church. That's what you finna do, because you don't have to deal with that. Just like I need my ladies to apply pressure. If you got a bunch of niggas in your life that are just there because they there, and they feel like they spot cannot be taken, that's when you don't apply pressure no more. When you feel like your spot can't be took. When you feel like when you feel like you consistent. You see what I'm saying? You're not salaried in nobody's life, okay? You are paycheck to paycheck in every single person's life. Do you understand? If you want to make sure that you get the best out of the people that you fuck with, and you make sure that they applying the pressure that you want them to, make sure that they know they are paycheck to paycheck in your life. Nobody is salaried in your life but your kids, okay? Not family, not friends, not nobody. Nobody has salary in your life. They could get fired today. No 30-day notice, no call, no show. You get the fuck, okay? And if you don't think like that, that's why you in the situations that you in. Everybody's temporary in my life, but they could be on this temp job for the rest of my life. That ain't a bad thing that they on temp jobs in my life, because you could be on this temp job getting promoted and all of that shit. You just ain't nobody on salary. Nobody. Reason being, because when you put people on salary in your life, it's so hard to fire them. It's people in your life right now that you want to kick out, and you need shit like a New Year's resolution to try to get them out of your life. Nigga, you gonna call them in 2 weeks. You really ain't about that shit. You really ain't about that shit because you done salaried that person in your life. You done got that person as salary in your life. They cannot be fired in your life. You need them too much. They cannot be fired. They are salaried in your life. But instead, you should have people on that paycheck to paycheck job. And if they keep consistent, a motherfucker could work at McDonald's for 30 years and get promoted every year for 30 years. And if they fuck up for 1 week, they are fired. That's McDonald's, ain't it? That's McDonald's, ain't it? It don't matter what the fuck you do. Fuck a replacement. Fuck a replacement. Because I can tell you right now, no employee is better than a bad employee. I can tell you right now, because a bad employee will not only not work, but they will actively destroy. Do you see what I'm saying? Just because you're not going up does not mean you're going down. A bad employee will actively have you going down, whereas no employee will just have you stagnated. Let's be real. Let's be real. You need people paycheck to paycheck in your life. No salary. Because a bad employee will actively destroy. Whereas no employee, you just can't go up none. You gotta learn how to let it go. And if it's people in your life that's doing more than the rest, if it's people in your life that's pushing further than the rest, if it's people in your life that's going harder than the rest, then they need deference. They need deference. And if they don't get the deference in your life that they're supposed to get, you're gonna lose them. There's people in your life applying pressure and you treating them like they thirsty. You're going to lose them. There's people in your life applying pressure right now and you treating them like they thirsty, and you're going to lose them. And if you want to lose them, that's fine. But if you don't want to lose them, then you better treat them like they got deference. It hurts me to see that women constantly go day after day after day asking a nigga to apply pressure, and they have never pressed one goddamn thing in their life. You don't even know what pressure feel like because you've never applied any. Asking niggas to apply some shit you won't even apply for yourself. Let's be real now. Let's be real now. And women are the catch. But if you just fucking with a nigga that think you the catch and you don't think he the catch, then you're never gonna fuck with him the way you supposed to. Because when you, if we won't talk that pimp shit, if your bitches don't think you're amazing, them ain't your bitches. If they don't love you, them ain't your bitches. If they don't think you sexy, they ain't your bitches. I don't think I'm attractive. You know who think I'm attractive? These bitches do. I don't think I look good. You know who think I look good? These bitches do. And that's why I keep them around. Because I'm going to treat them just like they treat me. God damn it. They going to apply pressure. I'm applying pressure too. But I'll never be thirsty. Because if they want to leave, they can go. If I'm getting on their nerves, then I ain't going to be getting on their nerves no more. If I'm giving them too much time, I'm going to be giving them less time. Because I'm never going to do nothing that they don't want me to do. But what I damn sure am going to make sure is you going to show me what you want me to do. And then you going to do everything that you want me to do for me. Do you understand me? I always end up liking niggas more than they like me because I like to build mine up. So this is what you need to do. If you like to build a nigga, because I'm not going to lie, building a person up is the best kind of feeling when you're actually able to instill yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually into a person and grow them. It's a really good feeling. I just want to marry Bank of America. Build exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Do it. I'm using the term build up, build you like because build a bitch is one of my favorite slogans in the world. Okay, build a bitch is a thing that's possible because I would rather beat a ready-made bitch. I mean, I would rather build a bitch than have a ready-made bitch, and I mean build her up, grow her, develop her, elevate her. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of motherfuckers that's kings and queens. You see what I'm saying? They just don't have the right crown on their head. And they don't have the right clothes on. So I completely agree with you. But what comes with that, a nigga that don't got what he's supposed to have can still apply pressure in certain ways. You gotta look at the signs. What are the shit that you like? Okay? What are the shit that you fuck with? What are the shit that you need? And just because a nigga don't have it yet, if the nigga's trying hard, that might be the nigga. Whereas it can't just be, oh, I think he cute, let me try to get him to like, fuck that getting the motherfucker to like you shit. Fuck that getting the motherfucker to fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? I always tell a motherfucker it's pimping with me, goddammit. If you don't see it, you see what I'm saying? If you ain't fucking looking at it, when you see me in my motherfucking face, if you don't see this pimp shit, if you don't see this motherfucking money in my eyes, if you don't hear the money in my voice, bitch, bye. Okay, I'm not finna sit here and try to convince pimping out of you. I'm not finna sit here and convince pressure out of you. If I like you and I fuck with you, okay? Or if you see this pimp shit, motherfucker, you gonna have to fuck with it or you gonna have to get the fuck. Because it's people behind you, it's people to the left of you, it's people to the right of you, and it's people in front of you that see this pimping and you blocking their motherfucking view. Goddamn it, get the fuck out the way. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta push them motherfuckers out the way that's blocking the view of the motherfuckers that's trying to get down with the get down. Okay? And if they ain't picking up what you putting down, then they need to move out the way because motherfuckers is reaching for it. Because when I put some shit down, goddamn it, I need it to be picked up before it hit the ground. I need a motherfucker to swoop and get. When I put some shit down, goddamn it, I need you to catch that shit like it's a motherfucking glass on concrete, nigga. You pick it up before it get to the motherfucking ground. I don't know what the fuck you motherfuckers thought, okay? And you gotta treat the people in your life like that. Because God damn it, if the people in my life put some shit down, I'm picking it up. And that's why they in my life. But God damn it, when I put it down, see, that's the problem right there. Y'all don't really be putting shit down. Y'all be holding the shit out like, I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put it down. As soon as I put it down, you got to pick it up. Nah, put that shit down. And if they don't pick it up, then they need to get the fuck right then, right there, right now. Pick it up. In closing, thirst is not taking no for an answer when it comes to romantic advances. Applying pressure is separating yourself from the other people that's trying to fuck with the person that you want to fuck with. You have to either separate yourself, but then if you get that no, you have to be able to take that no for an answer. And if you just can't do it, you're 100% thirsty. And you got to stop doing that shit. You got to grow out of that shit. You got to get better than that shit. It's Younggodatm. I don't put no holes on the stripper, use a smooth talker, a swift hand to break down the bitches, the respect that I get. Energy, effort, it's the time that's spent. My time is money, so they're going to reimburse every cent. If that don't make sense, you are listening to Pimp Talk the Podcast. If you want to watch any of the other episodes of Pimp Talk the Podcast, or you just missed some of this episode of Pimp Talk the Podcast and would like to catch all of it, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts to Pimp Talk the Podcast, Spotify at Pimp Talk the Podcast, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Breaker, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. We have new episodes going up every couple of days, and I think this episode is going to be edited and going up today. All of the YouTube episodes, if you need the visuals, are on Pimp Talk the Podcast. Just look your boy up. I'm right there if you need it. I got what you need. I got what's going. Also, shout out the sponsors, Stupid Little Bitch Apparel. We got the best motherfucking stitched and motherfucking stenciled shirts. It's the new clothing line from New Orleans by New Orleans. Who that in the motherfucking building? If you don't got it, you stupid little bitch. Also, shout out to Black Boys, Mr. Icewater, and Dope Figure. They got a new album right now out on all streaming sites. Off the Scale, that is Black Boys Off the Scale. Mr. Icewater and Dope Figure, they got the best trap music in Dallas. I fuck with it, and I believe they got Ty Harris on this track. So please fuck with it, fuck with it, fuck with it. It is Younggodatm. I love you guys.